Hi everyone. I thought I'd come on today and pull a few cards since it's the eclipse today. I just posted on Instagram. You should definitely read it. It's a message to daughter from mother, father, and son. And just going to pull a few cards, see what the energy's like. We can't see anything right here. It's completely cloud covered. We're not supposed to see anything of the eclipse on the East Coast anyway, from what I understand. But we have no sun at all today, so... All right, so let's go ahead and pull a few cards, see what's coming up for today. So I'm going to start off with the Messages of Love Oracle, which is backwards on the screen, if that's okay. Hope you guys are all doing good today. Yeah, it's just been rainy all morning, which is actually fine. I usually feel very kind of like draggy on rainy days, but I don't today. So... Messages of love for the eclipse today. What's our message today? Whoop. You can't read it, right? Oh, the twin flames. This is a divine counterpart connection. Wow. And the next card that wants to come out is working less will help strengthen your relationship, so unplug. That twin flame card never comes out first as the main card. And then the bottom of the deck is, this is a destined partnership. Wow. Okay. Well, that's an interesting start. Let's pull from the Lenormand. This is my combined Lenormand Kipper deck. So Lenormand, Reverie, and the Kipper deck combined. So there's a lot of cards there. But I like that because you can get doubles of the same number or doubles of the same energy. It's by the same author, so... Let's see what's going on there. I'm still like blown away that the twin flame card came up. The union energy is very, very powerful right now. I was just taken back to the end of 2015 when I was just starting to go into my spiral. I cried for probably 3-4 years straight. But at that time, it was Christmas time, and I was called to go every day for 12 days to a cathedral that's not far away from me, Bryn Athens Cathedral. It's a beautiful cathedral. And it was the winter time, so I'm like, okay, so if I'm committing to this, I'm really committing to this. So I went for 12 days, and I would sit on the wall outside the church. I don't know if I went in any day, but there was a lot of snow at the time. One day, the whole front yard was just full of geese. It was beautiful, and they weren't just flying through. They were just sitting there and allowing me to enjoy the beauty of them. And there were just, I don't remember all of it right now, but there were messages every day that I drove there. It's about 15 minutes from my house. And on the final 12th day, I went to Bryn Athens Cathedral, and there was a wedding going on. And they have a loudspeaker outside the church, so you could hear the ceremony. And I was there for a few minutes before I was told I had to leave because there was a wedding going on, which they were very nice about. But not before I actually heard the ceremony. As I walked away, they got married. It was the spirits connecting with me very strongly right now. It was very beautiful. So trust your intuition when you're being called to do something. Let's see what the Lenormand, oh, that one came right out. There's a man with sudden thoughts of her. And the second card with it is the Community. 39 is the Knight of Cups. The bottom of the deck is the Family Room. Perhaps empty nesting or cleaning up the house. I was actually cleaning yesterday. I did a good clean on my bedroom and my bathroom and got the kitchen counter cleaned off, you know, all the mail and stuff like that. So it's definitely a cleaning, whether it's cleaning your house, cleaning your body, cleaning your spirit, whatever the cleaning, there's definitely that cleaning out energy going on. Let's see, now I have the T deck. It's cut in half, so we'll do 2 pulls. Oops, They're kind of falling all over the place. Let's try that again. Nope, that flipped. Right, you can see it flipped right over in there. So we're going to pull that one out, see what it is. And it is the camel. Persevere and you'll overcome problems. And you know, the camel may have a lot of water in them. So you might be feeling a little bit bloated right there. But the camel always comes up too as Kame-El. So the Elohim coming in. Persevere and you will overcome through the desert. It's like the 40 days and 40 nights through the desert. And then we have the bottom of the deck is October. Okay, so through October, you may have some challenges, maybe feeling a little bit bloated or just needing to unload or unpack some stuff. And then we have the other side of it, the other side of the tea leaves. Let's see what comes up. And that wants to come up the feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Okay, and is that yourself? Is that somebody else? We also have this coming up, the nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So nesting definitely coming up. And this is coming up two sides of the deck. So one side could relate to one side of your union and the other to the other side of the union. And we also have the gavel, involvement with the law. So somebody might be going through some legal stuff. Okay, and that can include a divorce. We have at the bottom of the deck, the rose. Romance is in the air. Wow, guys. All right, so now we're going to go to the Fortunes deck, Fortunes Oracle. Really good energies. All right, let's see here. Having trouble shuffling a little bit here. Okay, from the Fortunes Oracle, that came right up, the mountain. That's interesting because the tea leaf mountain card was sitting there when I picked up the deck to shuffle. So you have the mountain here, and in this deck, it is the number 22, which is the Fool. 22 for me is also the 5D station, and this looks like the 5D stationing in magenta energy above the mountain, above the peak. So again, mountains always come up as challenges and obstacles, but mountain is also the person who remembers, literally translated as mountain. Know that you're protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. And that can be seen as being practical or staying in the middle as opposed to polarizing, like going out drinking and getting drunk and then getting sick the next day. You know, stay in the middle instead. But again, this alignment, you know, with the mountain, that's very significant, and the 5D stationing. And a lot of Jupiter and Ganymede's been coming up. The orange sphere has been coming up. And we have this, the next card is the Wish. And that is and you see how the heart, when it's squared, it looks like an open book. That's the 35 of the Wounded Warrior, surrendering. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. As we station in the 5D, and then again, patience, which the 24 is Omega and enlightenment. So patience, right? The time is an illusion as the sands of time run through, but that also represents the infinity symbol with the hourglass, which is the part that's the hourglass in the infinity symbol is the part of you that's overlapped, and then the outer ring, the halves of the moon on either side of the 8, are the independent parts of you. The underlying energy here is the world. Okay, so we have the 36, which is the Atlas energy, the 10 of Wands, carrying that weight of the world. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. And remember that the earth itself is actually a ship, right? It's our ship. I was getting the Mercy ship. And again, it's like showing you the world, and then it's showing you a close-up of the world as we come in towards the earth. And then even closer up, you then see the human heart. With patience, my dears. 24, we have the Wounded Warrior and the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy. It's all fire energy there. And the bottom of the deck is abundance, the one, that we're all one, the one, all for one and one for all, putting their hands in the center. And then up in the air to cheer like a child. All together and all apart at the same time, all one. And the abundance is also like the bun dance, which is transmutation of the body. BUN is a kidney marker. So how your body actually transmutes energies through your body automatically. But also the bun dance is like a butt dance, to dance and have fun and joy. So then we're going to pull from the Mystic deck here. From the Mystic deck. Okay, we have 31, which is today's energy. Today is the 14th, which is Temperance, but it also adds up to the 31, which is the 5 of Wands, the group challenges and events, competition and sports, but it's also play, having fun, acting, or the pursuit of happiness in a group environment. It's also the waves of flames. So 31 here is Hebe. And she is the baby of the family, if I remember correctly. But again, the daughter was coming up as my message in Instagram today, to the daughter from the father, the mother, and the son. And then the bottom of the deck here is Mnemosyne. And I always get Finding Nemo from this. And she's got the sign of the sine wave and the synchronicities there. And very much that mother energy. She's all about inspiration, and Hebe's about play, which we were just talking about. So the other cards that came up with Hebe as the mother is the underlying energy, and you see how much they look alike. Okay, so very much that mother and child energy, or perhaps an older woman looking back at her own inner child or when she was a child, right? To get inspiration. And we have Hera behind them too in the underlying energy. And after Hebe comes Kronos and Odysseus, which Kronos is cycles in this deck, and Odysseus is the journey. All right, so I'm going to show you the pictures first. So it's, of course, very masculine energy coming up with Hebe, the young daughter. And Kronos is number 5 in this deck, which is the Hierophant, but it's also freedom, change, and expansion. And then 40 is the Page of Cups, a very innocent and vulnerable energy, being on the journey. And remember, Kronos is the father of all of these characters, just below Uranus. So it's Uranus, then Kronos. Kronos is the father of Zeus and Poseidon and Hades and the others, Hera and the others. There's a couple others, but it's the journey of the grandchildren here, the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren, the cycles of Kronos, his generations, his heritage, his lineage. The Hierophant is also the master of the hidden house, and the innocent children, the vulnerable ones, and freedom for the children. The three cards added together is 76, which is bringing up the birthday of the United States as well. '76. It's when I graduated junior high school. There's very much the energy. It's the message that I sent on Instagram, because we have the mother and the underlying energy, and then we have the daughter and the son and the father. The mother to inspire, the father to protect in the cycles they go through, the daughter to play, and the brother to journey on. Very interesting. Okay, so what do I want to do next? We'll pull from Metatron, just a couple more decks, just for having some fun today. Okay, so from Metatron. Metatron. We have Passion and Love for Life, number 25, which is the Knight of Wands. That get up and go, that inspiration that we're just talking about with NAMASTE. And pink for the 26, which is my Newton's cradle has been coming up with that. And that references the new, right? The child, the cradle. And I did a whole Instagram on the cradle and why it's not actually falling out of the tree. Self-love and nurture. And also the scalloped Magdalena is a cake, a dessert. And that comes up as the life bulb of the womb. And that scalloped Magdalene energy as the daughter energy raying out there, right? The phased array there to the sun's rays, right? The daughter to the sun, from the womb to the sun. So again, we have the heart energy lighting up along with the womb energy lighting up today. Okay, very powerful energy. And then being called to the 37 is the King of Cups, but also the 3 keys of alchemy and unconditional love. But the King of Cups looks like the energy is sad today, and they're being called to look up. And you see how the sun is right at the horizon there of the earth. So the sun is, it's like the rainbow, right? The other half of the rainbow is never seen because it's under the earth. We can't see it. Just like you can't see how the sun is warming up the earth as it comes around underground. Detach from drama and look up. So it's very watery energy. And then we have the tree of life of travel on from the orange to gold. So it's very much a focus on the sacral to the solar plexus energies, which also came up in my messages today. So going from the orange to the gold, which represents, also can represent, it can represent the sacral and the solar plexus being directly connected to the gold, but also that the navel is coming up as between the sacral and the solar plexus, and just below your navel is also the center of the gravity. So the navel is just to the light of the middle, which is that sweet spot. So we also have the orange to the gold, meaning the orange of the ego human, the orangutan, the orange man, or the forest man. And then we have going to the gold, which is that Christ consciousness energy on the tree of life. The bottom of the deck here is love and relationships and harmony, the 6 of the lovers. And the rose opening within the heart, the spiraling of the heart. So again, here's the 4 cards that came up from Metatron. We have the heart, the womb, the King of Cups energy of unconditional love, and then the tree of life and the journey of it. And the heart, I always get the heart and the womb together as the Holy Grail, right? So the Holy Grail usually has a cup on the bottom as the stand, which cups over the womb, and the solar plexus being the stem of the Holy Grail, and then the cup holding the heart. And that, you know, the central colors are coming up today. We're getting the sacral, the solar, and then the blues and greens coming up of the heart and the throat, which is the, you know, keeping it to the center energy, which this is too, right? So we have the oranges and yellows going into the greens and blues here. And you see then the orange and yellows are combined with the greens and blues here. And this can reference the masculine in his feminine feeling sad, you know, transmuting those energies. and the mother inspiring, the daughter at play, being very light, to help the masculine raise his vibration within his feminine side on this journey as we travel on. Coming from a place of love in the heart and flowering. All right, we'll pull from Nature's Whispers, and then just I'm going to pull from the Rider-Waite and see what tarot cards come up here. So Nature's Whispers. And it's 1, 2, 3 on the clock. 1, 2, 3, jump or leap. For the best and highest good of all is concerned. And that came right up. We have Sacred Convergence and the 28, which is again the twin flame energy here. And that references the coming together when our ET friends project themselves onto our planet so that we can see them. But I always get this energy of being at Lady Liberty and Ellis Island. This card always comes up as that energy. And it always comes up as a, I'm blanking out on the word, a hangar, right? Like an airplane hangar type of energy, but made of ice, like ice castles. And it's on it looks like it's on a bed of ice, which I was always getting the 9/11 memorial as like an ice pop that would push up from the sunken memorial. And this ice pop would come up and present their projection of themselves. So we have also the projection here of cleaning up the skies here, blanketing the skies in preparation around the earth for the bountiful harvest of the 28, the twin flames again. How can they both be 28? All right, now I'm losing my mind. Is this the wrong deck? Guys, this is crazy. This is the Journey of Love deck. It came out in my Nature's Whispers deck. And then the card that is from this deck came out, and they're both 28. That is insane. That was for you. Wow. That's crazy. So that card was in this deck by accident. And the bottom of the deck is culmination of vision, which is the 35. Again, that wounded warrior and surrender, letting go of the old in the fall, right? What's dying, to let it be, let it go. But then what's coming out here is sacred convergence and bountiful harvest on both sides here. This beautiful energy. Wow, that's crazy. All right. And we have the dove in that picture as well. And I never really noticed this before, but it looks like there's two innocent children with a butterfly sleeping and hugging each other like they're together sleeping like this, with a butterfly watching over them as the mother energy blankets them. But the blanket's not going over them. You know, she's clearing the sky. She's blanketing the ethers around the earth. And the northern lights are now coming up. She's getting ready for the show. She's preparing for this projection. She's getting the energies ready for this projection to happen. Wow. Okay. All right. So here is my Rider-Waite deck. Let's see what comes up here. All right, so how many 28s came up? Like twin flame references came up. That's a lot. It's rare that it comes up in one deck. there's definitely an alignment here. It's 1:27. I think the eclipse here is just before 2 o'clock, the minute before 2 o'clock. So we're very much into the eclipse now. What is our message here? What is our message? These are reversals too. You have the Wheel of Fortune. For me, that's also Libra energy. And you have 2 more cards that, wow. All right, we have the Knight of Wands. Very much that type of energy has been coming up here. It's about inspiring, lighting that flame under your butt to get going to your destiny. And then we have the High Priestess with the Knight of Wands. And Justice for All. These are all coming up upright, okay? The 10 of Cups. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups, all right, which is that true love energy. So we have the 2 of Cups in the underlying energy. And there's that wounded warrior again underneath, who's been coming up a lot, and the need to surrender. After detox and standing up for yourself, after having done all those things, you then have these 5 cards in a deck of uprights and reversals that are all upright, right? The destiny of the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess, right? Or lighting that fire under the High Priestess and Justice, which for me, this is Pisces, but also could be Virgo, sometimes Aquarius, and this Libra energy of justice with the 10 of Cups. So a lot of cup energy here. We have really, we have specifically Libra twice, which we're in Libra now still. And again, the High Priestess, the sister, the aide, the nurse, the secret keeper, right? The one who stands beside them. And the inspiration to go for the gold, so to speak, the destiny. Perhaps getting schooled a little bit there. Schooling the golden goose, or keeping your own ego in check. But really beautiful energies here. This is fire, but it's also very specifically Sagittarius energies here, right? The emotional family, happily ever after. This is also the ultimate and emotional fulfillment of the family, right? Of justice, truth, and balance, of integrity, using your intuition, and being inspired to get up and go when it comes to your calling, your destiny. So I have to let it go there because it's really beautiful energy. Don't forget the underlying energy is the 2 of Cups. Happy Eclipse Day. You are one with all today. So be at your best, your highest vibration, and rise and be loved, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.